Hi all, Balkan Shipyards, a specific Proa, why not? We're going to go over the ligging of him in a minute. And here's Terminator, that's a new canoe I made. It's just stitch and glue, plywood, 6mm. Called him Terminator because of those bows. If you hit the ship with this thing, that ship's going down. So anyway, nothing too fancy over here, but it's a nice canoe. I mean, looks good, looks promising, and I just want to take him out. Probably going to go out tomorrow, test him. I put my shear clamps on the outside, which was a mistake, because if you put them on the inside, then you save that block over there, and you know, you hide away your connection, and you don't have to do all this messing around. So you do it like on Why Not. I like that a lot. Basically the shear clamp comes on the inside, and then only for the bows I put something on the outside, and that works much better. So here's Why Not. Okay, let's just quickly go over stuff. That's the lee board. Now, the lee board used to have all kinds of ropes and all kinds of messy stuff, and it was very difficult to use. So I did away with all that, and I just put in there, it's a piece of angle iron. Just a piece of angle iron, 30mm by 30mm, and it's bolted down with two 4mm screws, and there's a hole through it, and there's a hole going through here, and you tighten this until this squashes up against the boat, and basically wherever you put this lee board, that's where it stays. I mean, it stays because there's enough pressure on the inside that it's squashed. So I believe when I go sailing, the pressure of the water will hold it exactly where it's got to be, and we're not going to mess with it too much. Okay, here's the, I'll turn around slowly. So let's go over the rig. Basically, that's a 4-meter boom and that's a 4-meter yard. Okay, the boom itself is a piece of pine which is about 3 by 5. It's strong enough. I wrapped the plastic twice around. I first might glue it on with a little bit of duct tape or something, hold it in place. Then I go around twice, and then I put on a small batten on the bottom side. Did the same thing with the top, and it's fairly strong, doesn't go anywhere. This is just a standard sheet of plastic, like greenhouse stuff, and probably like there's the reinforced plastic that's got like fiberglass in it. That'd probably be a very good sale. This thing actually lasts. I mean, I've been out with this boat quite a few times, no problems at all. Up on the mast, so I have basically, that's nylon rope wash line, just going around and around and around. I don't know, maybe 10 times. Then 2 nails in the front, just holding that business so it doesn't slip down. That's the white line that's going around the mast. And then onto that is tied, I tie on my block for my halyard and my 3 shrouds, or head stay, back stay, whatever. And I just tie them around there, and I tie a knot and finished. All these ropes are 6mm, and my shrouds, and braking load is about over 500 kilos. Yeah, with those fancy knots that I put over there, so you could probably divide that into 2, about 250 kilos braking load. I don't think I'll ever load anything over here with 250 kilos, probably capsize before that, you know what I mean? So it's strong enough, let's say that. Okay, I cut the arcers. Before I used to have my arcers sticking out to here, but it was just to make shunting very difficult. So I cut them off, and I had blocks over here, pulleys, you know, and I just put on this now. And this is perfect. I mean, I don't need more than that. And that's the way it goes on the other side too. I used to have cam cleats over here, but I put them on crystal clear. There was 2 cam cleats, so now I'm left with clam cleats. So I just put on a couple clam cleats. They work just fine. My chain plates. These are rope chain plates. Yeah, and they're going under the shear clamp. So that's never coming off. Really strong. That's the mast step. By the way, I changed the configuration over here. In the original film of Why Not, you see that that the mast is standing only on the center board. Anyway, this really helps, and basically you get the weight of the mast coming onto all 3 boards, and it stiffens up things much better. So you jack it up over here by the amount that you're jacking it up over there. Really simple. Not going to waste time on that. Okay, so this sheet's working now, eh? Yeah. And that sheet now is we'll call him the lazy sheet. So he's just hanging out. Here you go. That's my new setup for endless line. Endless line, you can't use it to move the rig. You actually step inside the vaca and you hold the tack and you walk it along and you put on your new shunt, you know, on your new bow. But with this you just pull it real tight forward, you know, like, so it's pulled tight forward, and then you just lash it, and you're all done, you know. And then this is the looser side, but that's the back end, so that's not working at the moment. Okay, these guys, this is styrofoam. So I had 8 centimeters of like 8 centimeter thick. So I glued up 3 pieces with PU glue, polyurethane wood glue. I laminated them up into a big piece, and then I rounded it off. Then I put it inside the pipe, and I went around with polyurethane foam. Okay, the spray foam, and you shove it in there all around, and then when it kicks and it starts hardening, that's when you need it, and you squash it in there, and you squash it in there, and you squash all the foam down, and actually the foam squashes down beautifully, and it becomes like a real hard compound kind of a thing. And then you sand it, and then you paint it. You know, you must paint styrofoam because it drinks up a lot of water. And yeah, halyard just comes onto a thing like that, nothing serious, and that's basically the boat, eh? Gonna go out sailing in a day or 2, maybe even tomorrow. Gonna take him out. Really want to take him out sailing. I really like him. This is a fun boat to sail. He's so sweet. And basically that's the boat, eh, guys? In the first film, Why Not, you can see the whole business and how I made him and all that stuff. But today I just want to speak about rigging and all that, because I didn't really speak about that last time. Endless line just runs all the way around. Yeah, so you see it going over here, going around the mast, and it comes back to here, and it just gets tied onto the tack over here. It gets tied on over here, and that's basically your endless line. And it's all good. That's it, bye. Anyway, Why Not? And he's very cool. He's a really nice boat. He's so sweet. I made him in 5 days, and